荣的责任，与国际社会携手合作，尽一份心力。Today, we gather to commemorate the Victory in Europe Day and to pay our highest tribute to those who gave their lives to defend freedom and peace. History reminds us that peace is never the result of chance, but of the collective efforts of many. From VE Day to every day, Taiwan has and will continue to stand with the international community to safeguard peace and promote regional prosperity. 接下来邀请各位一同观赏纪录影片。Now we would like to invite everyone to watch the documentary video.
Ein Sowjetzeichen soll er vor sich hertragen und wir werden in unseren Zeichen wieder siegen.
Hitler flies to survey what he has done, the destruction of a nation. Poland divided between the Nazi Germans and the Soviets. He has an air view of the devastation that he decreed.
As German forces smash across the Polish border. The attack is in response to a supposed Polish raid into Germany. That incursion near the town of Leibnitz was
in fact. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender.
We must be the great arsenal of democracy. For us, this is an emergency as serious as war itself. I believe that the Axis powers are not going to win this war. I base that belief on the latest and the best information.
Des libres à m'écouter et à me suivre. Vive la France, libre dans l'honneur et dans l'indépendance.
Army and Air Force, the means to build our first airfields in France since 1940.
Today is Victory in Europe Day. Tomorrow will also be Victory in Europe Day.
Franco-allemande de charbon et d'acier sous une haute autorité commune.
Ein Sowjetzeichen soll er vor sich hertragen und wir werden in unseren Zeichen wieder siegen.
Hitler flies to survey.
Ein Sowjetzeichen soll er vor sich hertragen und wir werden in unseren Zeichen wieder siegen.
Hitler flies to survey what he has done, the destruction of a nation. Poland divided between the...
接下来，让我们欢迎今天茶会的主人，外交部吴志忠政务次长致辞。We would like to invite our host, Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Ambassador Wu Zhizhong François, to deliver his remarks.
President 赖清德, Vice President 肖美琴, Head of the European Economic and Trade Office Ruth Gurner, Honorable Representative, Secretary General Pan Meng-an, Secretary General Joseph Wu, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Mesdames et Messieurs, 各位女士先生们 Good morning, bonjour, 大家早安。On behalf of Foreign Minister Lin Jialong, it is a great honor to welcome you all to the commemoration of the 80th anniversary of victory in Europe Day. This event is more than a tribute to history. It is a cross-generational dialogue. We gather to remember the past and renew our joint dedication to peace, democracy, and human rights for the future. After the devastation of World War II, Europe did not simply rebuild, it transformed. Through reconciliation, institutional innovation, and collaboration with the United States, Europe helped reshape the international order. Coalitions such as the European Coal and Steel Community and the European Economic Community were key to paving the way for peace and prosperity. Today, the European Union stands as a remarkable testament to this unity and cooperation. The European model has inspired democratic societies across the globe, including Taiwan. And today's event only fast relations between Taiwan and Europe. Indeed, Taiwan, Europe, the United States, Japan, and Australia are like-minded partners with shared values. We are bound by our shared commitment to freedom, democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. In the face of rising geopolitical tensions and authoritarian expansionism, we must work ever more closely to bolster resilience and safeguard the rules-based international order. Peace is never a given. History is not merely a reflection of the past. It is a call to action for our time. Taiwan remains committed to strengthening ties with democratic countries and building enduring alliances worldwide. I would like to express my heartfelt appreciation to Taiwan's international friends for their long-standing support. Let us continue to unite in solidarity to protect our cherished values and ensure a brighter and prosperous future for all. Thank you. Je vous remercie de votre attention. Ensemble, poursuivons cette voie avec courage et détermination. 谢谢大家，让我们一起继续共同努力向前进。谢谢。
谢谢吴次长。Thank you, Deputy Minister Wu. 接下来，让我们欢迎英国在台办事处包琼玉代表致辞。We would like to invite Honourable Ruth Bradley Jones, representative of the British office, to speak.
赖总统及在座的各位贵宾，大家早安。今天我们纪念欧战胜利日的意义非凡。我们要向那些为了和平与稳定牺牲的先人们致敬，同时提醒自己，我们今天所拥有的自由与民主生活的方式是多么珍贵。On this day in 1945, war came to an end in Europe. It was a moment of great relief, a victory for peace and freedom, hard won after years of unimaginable pain and loss. As we mark that historic day, I pay tribute to those who sacrificed their lives in the pursuit of peace. It is a testament to the bravery of our ancestors that the past 80 years have been marked with stability and prosperity for many across the world. In the going down of the sun, we will remember them. As we mark that historic day, I reflect with pride on the resilience and spirit of the British people. The British war effort was characterised by a commitment to what we believed was right, a determination not to give up, and a powerful sense of solidarity. Across Britain, communities pulled together, truly harnessing the whole of society in our war effort, be it volunteering as wardens or the Dig for Victory campaign to feed communities. That generation rose to the challenges together. Through that shared struggle emerged a fairer society committed to social welfare, gender equality, and, of course, a renewed commitment to democratic freedoms. The British experience of the war endures in our statues, our stories, our character, our commitment to nurturing collaboration with friends and allies across the globe, and in our sense of resilience. As we mark that historic day, I reflect on the values that crystallised as the curtains drew on the madness of war: human dignity, mutual respect, democratic voice, and peaceful coexistence. We bear a responsibility to generations past and future to protect these values we share and hold dear. 我们有责任为过去和未来的世世代代守护我们共同珍惜的价值。谢谢大家。
谢谢包崇义代表。Thank you, Ms. Bradley Jones. 接下来，让我们欢迎欧洲经贸办事处古立哲处长致辞。We would like to invite Honorable Lutz Güner, Head of Office of European Economic and Trade Office, to speak.
President Lai, Vice President Xiao, Secretary General Wu, Deputy Foreign Minister Wu, ambassadors, representatives, and distinguished guests. Many nations are today commemorating the date on which the Second World War ended in Europe. Every European nation is doing so with very different feelings, depending on its fate and history, be it victory or defeat, liberation from injustice and alien rule, or transition to new dependencies and occupation. The 8th of May, 1945 is a date of decisive historical importance for Europe and also felt in Asia. I'm speaking here for the European Union, but as many of you know, I do have a German passport, and as a German citizen, the date is of utmost importance for us Germans to remember and to learn from history. After more than 5 years of bloody and brutal war, which started with Germany's invasion in Poland on the 1st of September 1939, the hostilities ended with Germany's unconditional surrender, entering into force shortly before midnight on 8th of May. In Europe, this day of September 1939, the hostilities ended with Germany's unconditional surrender, entering into force shortly before midnight on 8th of May. In Europe, this day meant the end of unbearable suffering for so many. More than 30 million lives were lost. Soldiers, civilians who died in the war, and the many victims of unimaginable atrocities such as the Holocaust, which we just commemorated a few days ago in this very place. The 8th of May is therefore an important day of remembrance. Remembering means recalling an occurrence honestly and undistortedly, so that it becomes part of our very beings. This places high demands on our truthfulness. It is the truth that this war was possible because of a weak democracy in Germany in the Weimar Republic, which could not hold back the rise of the aggressive and authoritarian National Socialist regime, which wanted to dominate Europe and the world. It is the truth that the defeat of National Socialist Germany and its allies was a joint effort and sacrifice by all the Allied forces, the United States, the United Kingdom, the Soviet Union, France, and many other Allied forces. And it is the truth that the liberation from the occupation by Germany in many parts of Eastern and Central Europe did not automatically mean freedom, but often a transition to another occupation or dependence. Today, when we reflect and commemorate this pivotal moment in history, we should primarily honor the many lives lost. However, we should also draw our lessons from this experience. It is our duty to ensure that this is never happening again. And upholding the truth is part of this. This means to push back against distortion of historical facts, revisionism, and political instrumentalization. In Europe, as we just have seen, we are celebrating Europe Day on the 9th of May. It is a day when French Foreign Minister Robert Schuman suggested a groundbreaking new idea of a new form of cooperation between the countries in Europe, only 5 years after this unimaginable tragedy of World War II. World peace, he said, cannot be safeguarded without making creative efforts proportionate to the dangers which threaten it. Our success story of the European integration and the European democracy is the best illustration of these creative measures. It shows that we actually can learn from our history. It is an example that safeguarding peace and prosperity requires hard work and determination, but it is possible. Thank you. 谢谢。
谢谢鼓励者处长。Thank you, Mr. Gurner. 现在让我们恭请中华民国台湾总统赖清德阁下致辞。Now we are honored to have President 赖清德 to deliver his remarks.
萧美琴副总统，欧洲经贸办事处古立泽处长，英国在台办事处包琼玉代表，各国驻台使节，总统府潘孟安秘书长，国安会吴钊燮秘书长，外交部吴志忠次长，各位贵宾，大家早安，大家好。今天我们怀着肃穆的心情，与各国代表齐聚一堂，纪念2次世界大战的欧战胜利日。这不仅仅是台湾首次纪念欧战，也象征着我们与国际社会更紧密的连结。和平无价，战争没有赢家。二战无疑是人类史上伤亡最为惨重的战争，所带来的伤痛，更是直到今日仍有深远的影响。80年前的今天，纳粹的代表向同盟国投降，象征着二战欧陆战场的告终。随着同盟国把精力转往太平洋战场，在3个月后，太平洋战场也宣告结束。欧战的胜利是这条漫漫长路结束的开始，也是人类展望战后世界的起点。欧战的胜利更是仰赖所有国家的通力合作。今天的纪念活动集结了17个国家及欧盟的代表，就是最好的证明。在此时此刻纪念欧战的胜利，有3个极为重要的意义。第一，二战的胜利奠基在人类社会团结起来，共同反侵略、复家园，追求真正和平的决心和行动。历史告诉我们，无论用什么理由或意识形态，以武力侵略其他国家，都是不正义的罪行，而且必定失败。团结捍卫 家园与自由民主的伙伴，终将会获得胜利。在不到1个月后，我们将迎来诺曼底大登陆的81周年。在诺曼底的空降与抢滩任务中，盟军各国的部队在不同地点登陆，英勇奋战。同盟国的合作及努力，以及占领区自由斗士的牺牲，成功解放一度受到威胁奴役的欧洲。这告诉我们，追求真正的和平，有赖守护自由民主的决心和努力，更要透过实力和团结来完成。当年轴心国，现在都成为100%的民主国家，并且享有真正的和平与繁荣，得到世界的尊敬。这证明了，唯有自由和民主，才能真正带来国家的发展；唯有尊重人性尊严，才能够成为受到敬重的国家。而威权和侵略只会带来杀戮、悲剧以及更多的不平等。现在，当我们回顾战后一路走来的历史，我们会发现，民主选举、自由市场、尊重人权，才是人类该追求的真正文明形式。这也代表自由民主的可贵之处，也是数千万计的同盟国将士远渡重洋，踏上陌生的土地，为之奋战浴血的理由。在这里，请容我引用美国前总统、时任同盟国远征军司令艾森豪将军在诺曼底大登陆前所写的信。同盟国远征部队的士兵、水手和飞行员们，你们即将踏上伟大的征战。我们已经为此辛勤奋斗了数个月，全世界的目光都注视着你们，而世界各地热爱自由人们的希望和祈祷，也都将与你们同行。这段话说明了我们为何要纪念欧战，也再次提醒我们自由民主的可贵，需要靠实力，靠时时刻刻的警觉，才能够牢牢守护。第三，珍视和平，就不能坐视侵略。欧战的爆发固然与威权政权的扩张野心有关，但欧战的全面爆发，更因为我们对侵略行为掉以轻心。历史上的许多时刻，当时的人们曾经以为，让侵略者尝到一些甜头，或许就可以带来和平。但二战的惨痛经验告诉我们，姑息只会让侵略者食髓知味，并且膨胀更大的野心与自满的利牙，继续向前征服，直到民主的国家倒下，自由的火苗熄灭，直到不愿意卑躬屈膝的最后一个人被消灭，他们才可能收手。二战的全面爆发，来自对侵略者野心的轻忽，而二战的成功归因于每一分反侵略、护家园的力量都团结起来。欧战结束后的80年，历史传达的意义无比明确。经过80年，当前我们与参加欧战的许多民主国家共享同样的价值，也面临相似的挑战。台湾与欧洲正共同面对新集权集团的威胁，我们正共同经历攸关通讯与网络安全。铺设数十年的海底电缆会遭到刻意的破坏， 我们正共同经历攸关民主健全发展的选举会受到各种境外错假资讯的干扰，在我们的社会制造刻意的对立。我们也正在共同经历对既有国际规则、自由开放的公平市场种种灰色地带的侵扰、倾销、施压以及倾销。当我们纪念欧战带来的和平，我们绝对不能够忘记历史的教训。全世界热爱自由的人们与国家，在此时此刻务必要一起合作，在风险成为危机变成向外扩张的野心前，就紧密团结起来，让侵略者的野心毫无可乘之机，让我们世世代代都能继续享有我们当前的生活，保有人性尊严与价值。现在就是最好的时机，现在也是我们最好的时刻。我相信只要我们通力合作，一定可以用实力带来恒久且真确的和平。我相信只要我们团结一致，一定可以用自由照亮广大且无垠的世界。我也相信只要我们坚守立场，绝对可以守护我们习以为常的生活、赖以为生的家园，以及每一个热爱自由民主的人们。让我们一起加油 ！From VE Day to every day。谢谢大家，谢谢。
谢谢总统 ，Thank you, President。恭请总统、副总统移步至东厢稍事休息。Distinguished guests, please stay seated.接下来，敬请各位贵宾移步至中廊进行合影，谢谢。Now we kindly invite all distinguished guests to proceed to the central hall for a group photo. Thank you.